back to my channel. So I have another DIY for you all today, and as I promised before, I was going to show you guys kind of what I did with those things that I found at the yard sale, kind of those yard sale transformations from way back when that I had promised. Well, here it is right now. So I'm going to show you guys how to take old pieces of clothing and turn it into beautiful dresses. So if you're interested, stay tuned, check it out, and let's go. So I'm first going to begin with the skirt I got at the yard sale. I'm basically just going to take my skirt and fold it in half. And then using a halter top that I've had for a way long time, I'm just going to use that as my guide, and that diagram just sort of shows you what it looks like, you know, all flat and spread out. But I'm just going to use the armhole as my guide for cutting. And I'm also preserving the waistband part because that's going to act as the neckline. And so I don't really have to do a lot of sewing. And there you go. So next what I'm doing here is I'm just taking down the armhole a little bit so that it's not so snug on my shoulders and my arms. So I'm just marking that out with chalk, how much I want to take out. And then with my scissors, I'm just going to cut along that line and cut out a new armhole. And voila! So next what I did was I just trimmed the raw edges off of the neckline, but this is optional. You don't have to necessarily trim it. You can also just fold it back and sew, but I'll leave that up to you. So basically I'm going to just take in, or actually just hem around the armhole so that everything's all nice and neat, and get rid of those raw edges. And this is what it should look like. Excuse the little rough parts, but anywho. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in the neck area just by marking that off with chalk and making sure that I leave 1 to 2 inches of space in between so that I can breathe, because you know that's necessary. And so I'm just going to sew over that line and then cut off the excess. And remember to actually turn this inside out. I forgot to mention that. So this is in the inside out view of it, so that when you put it on, you won't see those seams. And then I'm just going to try it on. And there you go. You have a brand new dress out of an old skirt. And it was so easy. All you had to do was just cut it off from the top and take a little from the bottom, and boom. I love this dress. So next we're going to do the purple dress you see here. So I used an old pair of pants that I actually got from Sears for $3. They are like a velvet stretch pants, and there was a lot of material to work with, so that was really good. And I turned it inside out, and then I just took my scissors and cut down the crotch area so that I could sort of open up the fabric and, you know, have a lot going on to work with. And then I also cut down the leg area and opened that up. And then when I was done, I just cut off the elastic band from both of the layers and then just tossed that to the side. And then I put both pieces over top of one another with the right sides facing in and the wrong sides facing out. So this is what it should look like when you're all finished. I made a little drawing so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing, but it's really bad, so don't look. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pattern that I actually made from that halter top that you saw just a couple seconds ago in the first part. And I'm going to also take this pattern that I made from a pencil skirt, and I'm going to put them together over top of the fabric. Then I'm going to pin it all down and then outline it with some chalk. So as I was outlining my pattern, I left about 1 inch of seam allowance, but actually all you need is 1/2 inch because I ended up taking off an extra 1/2 inch. And then what you're going to do is remove your pattern and then just pin everything down so that when you cut it, it's all nice and even. So if you notice in the back, there's this kind of teardrop effect that I did. Oh, it's really simple. All you gotta do is just put down 2 fingers, or you can decide how big or small you want it, but I just used 2 fingers of space. And then I decided where I wanted my little teardrop to end, and I kind of created this little crescent shape, and then just connected the lines and made this little, you know, teardrop effect. And then I just cut it out, just making sure that I'm cutting on 1 layer. Putting the dress off to the side, I'm going to start on the necktie area. This is kind of what puts the dress together. And I'm going to make it using some scrap fabric. I'm just going to fold some fabric in half and then just cut it out, cut off the edges that I don't really need. And I'm going to cut that piece into 2 pieces. And then I'm going to connect them, making sure that right sides are facing in, wrong sides are facing out, like these. And then the idea is just to fold it in half and then sew it closed so that you kind of make this tube shape. And make sure that wrong sides are facing out and right sides are facing in, so it's inside out. And then to undo that, you're going to take a safety pin and some string or elastic, and then you're going to actually funnel it through your necktie so that you can turn that right sides out. And then when you reach the end, you're going to take your safety pin and then just pin it on one edge of the fabric. And then you're going to take the other end and then pull that through gently, and then it should work just like this. So once the necktie is finished, I'm just going to sew up the dress just along the sides, leaving the armholes open. And check out this cool diagram I made for y'all. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it's cute. Anywho, that's basically the idea. And then you're going to hem the edges so there are no raw edges out, and hem the bottom. And after you finish sewing that, you're just going to hem down the neck area, leaving a little bit of an opening for your necktie. And you're going to do that to the back pieces as well. And this is a diagram of how it should look, the way you're going to string it through. And to do that, we're going to just take our safety pin and pin it through our necktie. And then starting from the back piece, I'm going to go through that, and then go through the middle, and then go through the last back piece. So just looping it through. Really, really simple. And then you're finished. So this was so much fun to make, and I absolutely adore this dress. I'm definitely going to wear it out at night for the club. So now I'm going to show you all 3 different ways of tying the necktie. This is kind of the first way, very simple, or you can do a bow tie. Or my favorite way is actually to untie the tie and then tie it behind your back like this. And that way you have this really kind of bold shoulder look. And then that's it. Thanks y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Bye!